Right then, I'm back with another Warhammer 40k video, and just really quickly, I do apologise that last week was not scheduled. The reason was I was very sick, so I just want to get that out of the way really quick. I genuinely apologise for that, but I was not functioning to the best of my ability, and yes, it was not good. So, what I am back here with today though, is to discuss orcs again, and the Ork religion more than anything. The orcs themselves are, of course, a extremely powerful force in the universe. I've covered them a few times now, and we know that their ability to make things work simply by believing in it, and the fact that they can overrun a planet in absolutely no time at all, makes them an incredibly powerful force in the Warhammer 40k universe. However, do they have a religion? Well, sort of. The orc character traits themselves do have a reflection in the warp, just like the impulses and emotions of humanity and the Eldar. These traits themselves are made to manifest in the belligerent orc gods known as Gork and Mork. 10 points for creative names, of course. The orcs themselves say that Gork is brutal but cunning, and Mork is cunning but brutal. Gork and Mork are divine powerhouses, deities so strong that they are never truly defeated, similar to most of the Chaos gods. They simply shrug off the attacks of other gods with a raucous laugh, apparently. Gork grins, bares his long teeth, and lands a mighty blow on his adversary's head with a spiked club the size of a comet. Mork, always the sneakier of the two, waits until his foe isn't looking before clobbering him with a low blow. To truly understand the appearance that the orc gods would have is to take a look at the orc gargants and stompers, mighty war machines constructed in the image of Gork, or possibly Mork, and the mech boys themselves create these titanic engines of war to reflect the essence of orkiness in mechanical form, and as such they serve as potent religious idols. To the orcs, these absolutely monstrous machines behave very much like their gods. They lumber about and they leave a trail of devastation in their wake. They go where they please and they never shun a fight. The aspects of Gork and Mork are likewise evoked by the Gorkanaut and Morkanaut. These are huge armoured warsuits that are intended as a tribute to and also an imitation of their chosen god all in one. Their pilots are frequently gripped by visions of Gork, or again, possibly Mork, urging them on during the heat of battle, almost in a berserk-like fashion. As the apocalyptic designs of the Chaos Gods approach fruition, the immaterial realm is roused to ever greater fury. So it is that Gork and Mork fight all the harder against the demonic tides washing about their feet. The Orc gods' joyful battle lust can be heard all across the material universe, their roars clearer to the greenskins with every passing day. The Weird Boys claim that Gork and Mork are calling all their children to the last mighty battle, for the Great War, the everlasting war is upon them. With respect to the distinction between Gork and Mork, it generally doesn't really mean anything in orc culture as long as it allows them to bash something. It doesn't really matter who you pray to the most. Perhaps Gork and Mork themselves are truly only one god with two guises, the twin halves of the orc psyche. A bit of yin and yang for those green skin menaces. So that is essentially the orc religion. Their psyche and their attributes do have a reflection in the immaterium, and this is apparently how they manifest themselves as the orc gods Gork and Mork. In the earlier versions of Warhammer 40k, there was a third god, Bork. However, it's been dropped from the lore, so there isn't really too much to discuss, and as such, it has actually been dropped entirely. So it's not really worth mentioning, only as a sideline. Orcs generally themselves do tend to distinguish between Gork and Mork, as one being meaner than the other and one being more cunning, which does make it more interesting when you compare them to two halves of the same coin. So that is Ork religion. Again, I do apologise for the lack of Warhammer 40k content on Monday. It wasn't my intention, but it just kind of happened that way. But as you guys know, I always ask, what are your thoughts? So please do leave them down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Gork and Mork? Do you believe that they are one and the same, just two halves of the same coin, or do you believe them to be truly different entities? And if you had to pray to one, which one would it be? The meaner or the more cunning? The one with all-out brute force, or the one that lies in wait with low blows? As always, drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you liked this video, please do give it a big thumbs up and a share. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more Warhammer 40k content and all the other stuff I have on offer. If you want to take your support to the next level, you can go and check out my Patreon page via the link in the description box with updated tier pledges, which a lot of people seem to really enjoy. So that being said, I've been Mr. H. Until next time, I will catch you in the comment section.